Welcome to Let's Be Perfectly Queer,
a queer podcast creating space to talk about all things queer.
My name is Archie.
And I'm Katie.
And we are your hosts.
Questions of how you identify, seeking answers to clarify. Whether you're queen
or somewhere in between, let's be perfectly queer.
And we're back.
We sure are.
From outer space.
And on to, wait, when did we go to space? We didn't.
In your dreams.
Today's episode is another Q&A, where we read Reddit questions on LGBTQ plus threads.
Yay, I love these.
I know you do. But before we get into that, we have new listeners.
Tell me about it.
So we have new listeners in Franklin, Tennessee, Sandy, Central Bedfordshire, Canton, Michigan, and Hove, Brighton and Hove.
Brighton and Hove.
Yeah, so those are new listeners. Thank you so much for listening and tuning in.
Yeah, thanks for listening in. I love hearing where our new listeners are from. It's so awesome.
You sure do. Now, just some quick news before we get into today's episode. There was a lot of elections last year, with 73 countries taking to the polls. And according to a new report from LGBTQ rights group Outright International, politicians all over the world used anti-LGBTQ rhetoric in their campaigns last year.
Oh, so disappointing.
So Outright International found that in at least 51 of the 61 places they looked at, politicians straight up weaponized anti-LGBTQIA plus messaging just to win votes.
Oh, God.
Uruguay, Panama, Australia, Moldova and the UK were among 27 countries where politicians leaned into trying to use the gender ideology, gender madness and indoctrination narrative to go after LGBTQ plus folks, especially trans people.
That's humanity though. That's the whole thing, is they're playing with humans as a part of like vying for votes. It's horrible. It's disgusting.
So I'll post a link to the full report in the show notes. Sometimes it can be hard with all the negative LGBTQ plus news at the moment, but LGBTQ people are more accepted now than we were decades ago.
Yeah.
So even though it does feel like it is quite negative, we have this next generation and this generation now where it's not the big family taboo anymore to be the gay cousin or the gay uncle that nobody talks about. I know it can be hard to remember how far we have come with the political climate of today, but we have made massive strides and we can be more out and open than, LGBTQ plus folk were decades ago.
Yeah, it's true, isn't it? Like, no matter what, even though you can see the hardship that's happening at the moment around the world and the derogatory comments that are happening towards the queer community and specifically trans people, that you're right still. It was funny when you said that because the knee-jerk reaction I had was like, no, it's fucked.
Like, yeah, you got so mad. I could see on your face. I was like, I'm just calm down. I'm just reading.
That's why I have to self-limit my emotions.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, fuck no. Like, it's true. It is, even considering everything that happens at the moment and is happening and how dangerous the world is generally as well, I would feel more comfortable. And maybe this is hard because hindsight being 2020, but I think that if I was growing up now and was having the conversations I had to have as a kid or a young adult with my parents about being queer, and I had to have them now, I think that I would feel more empowered, at least knowing that I was normal, because that's what it came down to at the end of the day, is like, I thought I was alone in this and I'm not. It's easy to not be alone right now.
Yeah, there's better support systems than decades ago where, right now a lot of young LGBTQ plus people can access resources, groups and supports that we never had growing up, and there definitely wasn't around decades ago. So even though it does seem that the world is bleak and everybody hates the gays, it's not true. It has been a lot of rhetoric in politics, and a lot of people who are quite hateful have been using the queer community as an easy minority group to target. But when we look at the bigger picture, we are more supported than we were decades ago. So, yeah.
And we've got more organisations who acknowledge us. We've got more understanding, more supports than ever before in the world, to be honest. Even though it might not feel like that, we have more community than ever before.
Yeah. Talk about community. We recently saw Lesbian Space Princess, thanks to Neil Out Loud and Out Loud Culture. What is it? It's animation, like animated movie?
Yeah.
It's an introverted space princess who was forced to leave her home planet on an intergalactic mission to save her ex-girlfriend from straight white aliens. So we saw that at Lunar Cinemas. We hadn't been to Lunar Cinemas for a while, so that was really cool.
Gosh, no.
It actually won the 2025 Berlin International Film Festival Best Feature Teddy Award, and it won the 2024 Adelaide Film Festival Audience Award.
It was amazing and so unexpected as well. Going into it, I didn't really know what to think. I mean, I love Adventure Time. It kind of gave me a little bit of those vibes from seeing the advertising for it. I enjoyed it so much. It is, if you're looking for something lighthearted, easy to watch, silly, queer friendly, something to just brighten your day, I would say 10 out of 10. Go for it. Have a watch. Enjoy your time.
Yeah, I wasn't so sure on the first 5 minutes. So I was like, oh no, what have we got ourselves into? Get over the first 5 minutes is kind of like, where's it kind of heading? But then it started to pick up its pace, yeah.
Don't take your kids to it.
No, it's not PG friendly.
It's not. There is swearing. I mean, the planet's called Clitoris, so it kind of gives you the vibes of, but unless you have a very forward thinking, I don't know. No, I don't have children. I'm not going to make a call for your parenting.
No, don't do it. Don't do it. There's a lot of sexual innuendos and stuff. Like, it's not for kids. It's an adult animation for sure. Yeah. Okay, that's enough of that. And now let's get into today's episode.
Let's get into the Q&A.
So on this episode, we are reading Reddit stories.
Oh, I love these episodes.
So it is a Q&A, or a Queer&A as we call it, and these are from the subreddit Ask LGBT.
Love.
Yeah, so Queer&A time.
Queer&A.
It's been a while.
I love a Queer&A.
I know you do. So the title of this one, Flying Colours as a Straight Dude. I, a cis-het guy, for those who don't know, that's cisgender heterosexual, so born male and straight. Am considering painting a rainbow on my nails for upcoming Pride Month.
Oh my gosh, I love.
Would that be akin to cultural appropriation, or am I good? What are your thoughts?
Or am I good? That's so funny.
Yeah.
No, I fucking love that. That's so beautiful. It's just basically showing that you support Pride. You support queer individuals. Yeah, you're a great ally. Oh, I love this. I would love to see this more.
So the top comment is, dude, please do it. Anyone can wear the rainbow, and I better look fantastic on you.
Oh, so gorgeous.
Another relevant comment was, yes, please. Nail polish looks amazing on men, no matter their sexuality or sex.
Do you know what? When I was younger and I saw a guy with nail polish, I was like, ooh, hot.
People like it. You know, it's a lot of the band punk rockers, you know.
Yeah, well, I mean.
It's very emo punky thing to do.
Yeah, and also it's just like, it's really beautiful. Yeah. I love it. It's just a very simple way to show that you support the queer community.
Yeah.
And very easy because, like, it probably will last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
If you've got good nail polish. Maybe. Who knows?
Who knows?
Ooh,
Unless you like to pick at it.
Yeah.
The title of the next one. How do I deal with my sister using her children as a shield to keep me from being myself?
Ooh.
So, obviously, me and my sister are grown-ups now. I'm 22, she's 26, and has had 3 kids. One that's 6, one that's 5, and one that's 2. So, I've been identifying as a woman, male to female, for the last year or so. But every time I'm myself, she has to always say things like, can you maybe not dress so much like that because I don't want to have to talk with the kids, talking about her kids. Or, I don't want to talk about gender stuff to my kids, they're too young to understand. First off, I never asked her to talk about gender stuff with the kids at all. I just want to be myself. But it's like whenever I am myself, she has to make it weird and awkward and makes me feel like I've to hide myself or cover myself up and pretend to be a cis man. The truth is, I'm not a cis man, I'm a trans woman, and I want to dress and present myself the way I want to. It's not like I'm going up to my niece and nephew or my family members saying stuff like, call me auntie or call me she. I kind of just keep that part silent because I feel like my family knows but have had a hard time accepting it, which is fine. Because it's not like they're mean to me, which is a good thing. My overall point is, how do I deal with my sister when she makes me feel guilty by putting the kids in front of me to give me a reason to feel guilty? I've hidden myself and covered up myself far too long, like most of my life, and I'm not going to cover up or hide my true self due to others' inability to understand or their inability to want to understand or just ignorance. I'm not even going to apologize. I don't give a F. You want to talk about that stuff with your kids, then fine. And if you don't, then don't. It's none of my effing business.
Yeah. Ooh.
What's your thoughts?
There's so much to unpack there.
Yeah.
Because in essence, I mean, good on them for being in the journey. I think there's a lot to unpack here. Mm-hmm. I think at the end of it, they're in essence saying, I wouldn't accept the low standards of somebody who is trying to tell me that I can't be who I want to be, but their actions aren't being like that. In essence, they're allowing themselves in a way to be asked to have that boundary overstepped of a family member being like, just be less of yourself. It's hard because I've been in a similar situation, and I just put the boundary in and I was like, this is what I expect from you. I expect you to call me by this name. I expect you to not have to be making this a big deal. And if you don't, we won't have a relationship. And I think it's really hard. And it's easy for me to do this. And I think that I find it a bit triggering when I see people in these situations and being like, don't lower your standards just because it's family.
Yeah.
And if anything, family should be the most supportive of you. And they're right. Their sister is making the biggest deal out of something that doesn't have to be a big deal.
Yeah.
We have had so many family and friends navigate the probably potentially difficult situation that is you being trans and me being pan and this relationship that we are, that it's not actually a big deal. And they're just like, it is just what it is. There are people who are different. And I think that your sister is taking away from the relationships that she is going to have with her children, because in essence, she's saying it's not right to be who you are. And that feeling is horrible. I just don't like, I think that you've got to have some I think you've got to have a conversation with her at the least and say, this is how I identify. Sometimes you have to, even though it might feel uncomfortable, but sometimes you have to have that conversation to give the person the benefit of the doubt and to actually open a conversation so they might be able to ask questions and they can actually learn more. And the worst thing that can happen is that she, through that, still doesn't accept you, and then you know where to go from there.
So top comment. If she can't talk to her kids about this, she's a shitty parent.
Yeah.
Another commenter writes, you do not have anything to feel guilty about here, no matter how many tantrums she throws or how hard she tries to guilt trip you. You are not doing anything offensive or inappropriate by dressing as the woman you are. She does not have to talk to her kids about trans people if she doesn't want to, though they're absolutely not too young to understand. Many trans people report knowing from preschool age. But she does not get to tell you how to dress or present yourself either. Family like this is really hard because you feel like the baddie if they kick up a fuss at your presentation, right? But them being like that is a choice. They don't have to make a big deal. They are choosing to.
Yeah.
You're an adult. If she gets mad about how you dress, that's her choice. You do not need to make yourself smaller to appease her.
Yep, exactly. It is a choice of her acting the way that she is.
Yeah.
Disappointing. Hopefully she learns.
Yeah.
And learns that she's got a brilliant sister.
That's the thing, at the end of the day, sometimes family isn't blood.
Yeah.
The title of the next one, I'm gay and homophobic.
Ooh.
I, 17 female, definitely like women, but also I think I am a little homophobic. No idea where this came from, as most of my friends are gay, my parents are perfectly accepting and lovely, and my sister is bi. I've got a crush on a girl, but I don't really like to like her, I think. It feels embarrassing, and sometimes I have a dream where I have a boyfriend or something and I wake up super upset. I don't know, sometimes I'll see something and my immediate jump reaction is, oh, ooh, that's kind of gay. And I have to remind myself that I, too, am gay. Not really sure how to get around this or become more of an ally to myself. Read my first Woman-Loving Woman book recently. Anytime I get any representation, I usually start crying ASAP, but I just read a wholesome, cute book and enjoyed it. I guess let me know if you guys have experience with this or ideas, or even book movie suggestions to get more used to the idea. TLDR, for those who don't know what that stands for, it's too long, didn't read. I am a smidge homophobic while actively having a crush on a girl. Any suggestions?
Therapy. I think that's the long and short of it.
Yeah.
I mean, only through unpacking why you have these feelings will you be able to move forward with these feelings.
It's internalized homophobia.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But it's curious to think where it's come from. Because, I mean, it's hard because we don't get all the context in the world.
No, it could be from friends at that age, 17, very,
But they're saying, their parents are accepting, they've got a bi sister, they've got mostly queer friends. And it's like, well, where is it coming from? There's so many different avenues that it could come from. Yeah. You just never really know.
Social media.
Yeah, completely.
Top comment, please get some therapy.
Yeah.
This sort of thing isn't going to go away, and you should definitely work on your internalized bigotry before you inflict it on another queer person.
Oh, such a good point.
Yeah. Another relevant comment. It's called internalized homophobia. It is a real thing that has been studied and is common amongst most gays. Even if you have a loving and accepting family and a supportive friend group, at some point you've picked up this messaging that gay equals bad or less than, and have clung tight to that insecurity. Who could blame you? Media, religious groups, pop culture, social anxiety. There's a lot that can make you feel a certain type of way about the person you are. The struggle is rising above it and loving yourself as a whole person, who happens to be gay and also a lot of other amazing things. Therapy can be a big, big help. Hanging out with other queer friends, consume gay media, listen to music by gay musicians, or watch TV shows featuring gay storylines. Read gay books, go to Pride if you can, and experience the beauty of your community. Join gay subreddits or Discord servers. Make friends, do gay things. Become comfortable with this part of you because it is awesome and legitimate and worthy of being celebrated.
That's beautiful and such a fair point.
The title of the next one. I think my boyfriend is a little homophobic. What should I do?
Ooh.
I am a bisexual girl who's been with my boyfriend for almost 8 months and he uses the F slur with his friends a lot. He says he's grown up with it being used since elementary, so he didn't realize it was bad.
No, I don't believe that.
He always does this thing where he'll pretend he's going to say it to make me mad. He's been using it less, but describes things that are weird or stupid as gay, and his friends say the slur a whole lot. I thought I would be able to change his perspective since he's okay with me being bi. I've explained to him why it's so hurtful to say this slur, and that being trans is valid, but it seems like it's going through one ear and out the other. Considering he's been raised around men who openly say they would disown their sons for being gay or a little feminine, it makes sense. I really want him to change and get out of the I don't support, I just tolerate mindset. For any former homophobic and or transphobic people, or just any fellow queer people in general, what made you change or can help with changing, and do you think it will help him change too?
No. I think that's the short answer of it, isn't it?
Yeah.
You've already asked him to have a standard that, in essence, you've asked him to not say those words and not be disrespectful to the queer community, and he's still doing it.
And, and he can't understand, or he refuses to fully understand why he shouldn't be saying it.
And above that, he even does it to provoke you, knowing that how you stand with it. No, there's no future in this relationship. No. He's a horrible person. And he surrounds himself with horrible people. Why would you want that in your life? He's a lost cause.
So nothing will help him change, and the way that things are going to change is if you leave, and you've got to leave.
Yeah, exactly. Do better. Have better standards.
So the top comment of this one was, so he is homophobic and also purposefully messes with you by pretending he's about to say homophobic slurs to make you upset. Why are you with someone like that?
Absolutely.
Another relevant comment reads, why do you want to help him change when he's a grown adult, presumably, when you can date someone who already knows better? Look, I know you're probably attached to him, but he sucks. Homophobes aren't worth dating, ever. It's also not your job to help change a grown man who should know better. Even if he was taught that and somehow doesn't know better, it's still not your job to save him. Your only obligation at this point is to yourself. Think about it this way. If you had a bisexual friend who was dating a blatant homophobe, what would you tell them?
Yeah, completely.
And the thing is as well, he's got friends, and so behind closed doors, he's probably going to still do the same thing.
Yeah, completely.
He's got friends who are homophobic, say the slurs, say worse, so...
And what if it was the other way? Like, what if it was a different way around? What if they were racist?
Yeah.
And then saying inappropriate words to you?
Would you allow that?
It's the same disrespect. Well, not exactly the same disrespect. I don't want to make it equal there because, people, our, black individuals in the world have done so much and had to endure so much. But it's just, it's the disrespect that gets me.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck, why would you be with somebody who disrespects you, blatantly disrespects you?
Yeah.
Every single day.
Title of this next one. New slur just dropped, I guess. I don't even know anymore. Feeling really alone right now. I was out with a couple of friends just walking around and minding our own business, and a couple of apparently cisgender heterosexual, men rounded the corner. One of them said to us, "Hey guys." I was a bit annoyed, I'll admit, but I think I was as polite as I could have been when I replied, "Just so you know, we're not all guys. You shouldn't assume that." This dude rolls his eyes at me and said, "Goddamn gender monkeys."
Oh.
Is this even a thing? I've never heard that before. I'm coping with it, but I'm seething low-key.
I think I'm packing this with a couple of different things.
Yep.
I don't know. It just, the first part of it being like, we're not all guys, geez.
Yes.
I feel like you're just poking a bear.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It's in Australia.
We say hey guys to everybody. And I do get the connotation comes from, men, male, masculine, but in some cultures and things, it's just colloquial, just to say for everyone.
Yeah, completely.
I get it. Some people don't like it, but also we don't know how this person said it. We don't know the context, the tone, etc. And then when that person said that, it was, for me, if someone said that, it'd be like, it's not worth it. You are provoking, you're poking a bear. Yeah.
It just doesn't need to be there. I don't agree with how they responded. 100%. I would have been like, well, they're a complete dickhead after they were just like, oh, these gender monkeys or whatever it is. It's not a slang or I feel like this person is just taking things to the nth degree because they're just like, is this a new slang that we're expecting? You've heard it once, first of all. Yeah. Second of all, it's not great. Obviously, this person was meaning to it in a negative way. Of course they were. Does it matter if it's slang? It totally doesn't. In Australia, if someone was like, hey guys, I could say that to a room full of women.
Yeah.
I've said that to a room full of women many, 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 many times.
Yeah.
It's actually for Australians, and I guess this is different. This is always going to be different around the world, but for Australians, it's a non-binary term.
It's a gender neutral term in Australia.
Thank you very much for putting that in a better way. It doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, and that's the thing. So we don't know where this is and that kind of stuff, and it could mean different connotation. But for us here in Australia, it's really a non-issue.
Yeah, completely.
And I think goddamn gender monkeys would make a great saying on a shirt.
Goddamn gender monkeys.
I just saw that in there. I was like, that'd make a great shirt for Pride. Top
You would do.
top comment. That absolutely sucks, and I'm sorry it happened. But please, for your own safety, remember you don't owe a complete stranger knowledge of your gender, especially in passing.
Oh, fair point.
Being misgendered sucks, but guys, assuming you're a native English speaker, is generally regarded as gender neutral. Unless you're being maliciously misgendered or you have to see the person regularly, it's sometimes safer to let it go and keep moving. From an older queer, just keep safe out there.
Yeah, that's such a good point. It really is.
Another relevant comment. I'm sorry, but people use guys to address groups of people of different genders all the time. Not excusing what he said afterwards, but your initial response seems pedantic.
Yeah, that's exactly what I want to say.
Someone replied under that comment, using guys and dudes as the default for everyone annoys the hell out of me. It centers being male as the default human being. That said, I still wouldn't have said anything here. I plain wouldn't have talked to random cis males. They're too likely to be dangerous or just plain annoying.
Yeah.
Different takes on it.
I also understand the context of like, it's really such a shame that
Yeah.
the standard is calling everyone a man. And I mean, I totally understand that. It doesn't make things any better. But I also am like, unfortunately, this is how some of us have grown up and been like, hey guys. And like, now I tend to be like, hey team.
Yeah. I try hey team sometimes, but it doesn't ring off the tongue as nice, unfortunately.
Makes me feel like a boomer.
The title of the next one. What is Protect the Dolls and how do you feel about the word choice? It didn't have any description. That's just the title.
Oh, I think I've heard something about this, but I don't remember.
So Pedro Pascal and a couple other celebrities have been wearing shirts that say Protect the Dolls.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Didn't know about that.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
Oh. So top comment. It originally came from Black and Latino LGBT ballroom dance culture and spread out from there. It was a call to protect the trans women at the events from assaults and harassment.
Oh, yes.
It has always been a positive message. Someone says AFIK, which stands for as far as I know. Protect the dolls is the same as saying protect trans women. Essentially, trans women are the ones being demonized by the media and are more visually attacked, whereas trans men and trans masculine NBs, or non-binary people, are usually not demonized as much. I think the word choice is silly. Yes, trans women are demonized by the media far more than any other subject of trans people, but the laws affect all of us equally. I don't like the division between trans people created by specifying protect the dolls as opposed to a generic protect trans people. Protect all trans people, not just the dolls.
Yeah, fair.
Another relevant comment. If you read it and think I must only protect trans women, the issue is with you. Protect all trans folk, protect all trans kid, protect all queer folk. It's just a slogan. At this point in time to remind us and raise awareness. It does not take away from anyone and it only encourages visibility. If you choose to infight because of it, you will infight because of anything.
Yeah, it's like that whole Black Lives Matter thing.
That's exactly it. So I think, protect the dolls, I think is great. It's a way when someone wears, protect trans people or something like that, some people fight or they might attack a bit more. Where you have something that protects the dolls, it's almost similar to the, friend of Dorothy.
Yeah.
It's like you're saying something without overtly saying it to piss people off, but you're saying it to say, hey, I stand with the trans community.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about it anyway.
No, I agree. I think that no matter what, it's still shining a light. I think it's nice.
And more celebrities were wearing it because of that. And,
I really like how Pedro Pascal has shown such love and support to his trans sister and bringing her on the red carpet and letting her have her time to shine. I think it's been beautiful and because he's such a topical person at the moment and people are really loving him and seeing that support from somebody that they love has been really important. Yeah.
Let's end on a fun one. The title of this is it offensive to shorten LGBTQA plus to LGBT community? Straight person asking. Heard it from a bi friend and it sounds like this. Do you want to hear it?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
LGBT.
I mean, I feel like if you're talking colloquially and being like, yes, I'm going down to a LGBT.
Let's go hang out with other LGBT at the Pride.
I feel like, are you having a stroke? I would be so confused. I'm really like, are you okay?
Because look, it sounds better in my head, but when I keep reading it, I keep screwing it up because it's not phonetic. LGBTQ. LGBTQ community.
LGBTQ.
So, most upvoted comment. What do you reckon? But before, you didn't give me your opinion. So, what do you reckon? Is it offensive to shorten the LGBTQIA plus community to LGBTQ
I
community?
don't think it's offensive. I just think it's funny.
Yeah.
Like if I dare you to say that in front of one of our friends the
Okay.
next month.
If I remember.
Oh,
You know
it's
my
gonna be
memory's
great.
really bad.
No, I'm going to put reminders in the phone
Alright.
for every day.
So, most upvoted comment. Sounds effing epic, but don't expect me to not laugh every time somebody says LGBTQ. Freaking hell. LGBTQ.
It's like learning a new
Legib-
language.
LGBTQ.
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 You know when you're friends and they're like, je m'appelle, je te le tout.
Another commenter writes, Los Gibbities left the chat. LGBTQ has entered the chat. We should jokingly normalize this.
Do you know what would happen? They'd think that it was some kind of, like, the government would think it was some kind of organization and
some
be
cult.
like, we need to target the
Yeah.
LGBT.
Another relevant comment. It's basically the phonetic French pronunciation of LGBTQ, so no.
Yeah.
Another one writes, no, this is the name of our nation. Now stand for the anthem. Wait, what do we agree on for our anthem?
Oh, it'd be something Dolly Parton.
Yeah, I'd say.
Working 9 to 5. No, it
But you
wouldn't.
change the words.
It'd be Jolene. It would, you know it would.
And final comment. It's not really offensive, but it's so intentionally comedic and nonsensical that using it in any context beyond an in-joke with your friends is ill-advised.
Oh, well, I guess so.
Just to kill the vibe there.
Yeah, I know. It really did, didn't it? It was just like, you know, when you're like, well, we're all having a fun time. And it's just like, I hate you. And you're like, oh, fuck.
To change the vibe of the place. But yeah,
Oh,
LGBTQ.
LGBTQ.
To all you LGBTQs listening, I hope you enjoyed this episode.
Equa. We appreciate you.
Yeah.
In all your different areas of the globe.
And thanks, for getting all the way through this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. And it was just a bit of a light-hearted Q&A with the subreddit Ask LGBT.
And we are that.
Yeah, so
LGBTQ.
LGBTQ out, and I hope you enjoyed this episode. And until next time, I hope that we have been
LGBTQ. Perfectly queer.
Let's be perfectly queer.